Hey guys, wanted to share with you today another type of link building that's not done so much. First of all, just a prerequisite, I didn't invent this type of link building. Um, I found two really good articles actually. Some of the content is actually ripped from these articles in this video. So just to be clear from the start, I'm going to put some links to these articles below so you can go and read their full guides. But I just wanted to put it in a quick video summary and how you actually do this type of link building. So the tactic is press page links, media page links. So what I mean by that is huge companies, well, all sorts of companies ranging from small to huge, often have in the media or press pages. They'll often be PR people working within those companies whose job it is to kind of keep those pages updated, keep any media mentions updated, just so that it's just good for the company. They see that external sources are linking to them and talking about them. So here's, for example, MrHandyman.com. They've got this in the news page on their site, and they're linking out to Realtor.com, My Suburban Life, basically any articles which even mention the brand name. So a couple of the articles I found, this one dubs it fake links. This guy's saying that a lot of the sites he found that are ranking really well now have these kind of press links. I don't totally buy into that because I still think contextual links are going to be better than links on press or media pages, but they're certainly still valuable links. I'm just going to walk through how you might go about getting these links. So first of all, you want to prospect these types of media pages depending on what your brand is. So I'm going to do one pretending that I am a DIY affiliate blogger. I've got a lot of content on my site which isn't just sales focused content, let's say, but I have a lot of informational content there too. So I want to build out my kind of prospect list. Well, here's the kind of search operator queries you can use. So, in URL press page, in title press page, in the media, press mentions, media coverage, media mentions. You have to play a lot with the keywords. So, for example, I've got here DIY in URL in the media. But you would want to change it around, like I don't know, builders, or builders blog. You can go definitely quite broad on that, and mixing up the keywords is going to be a way. There's another one, Northwest Builders. Okay, that's in the media, Travis Perkins PLC. So they're probably a builders company. Anyway, this is searching from the UK, by the way. So here's a few examples for DIY press links. I just found literally just in 2 minutes, just from searching on Google. MrHandyman.com, we've already seen. Do It With Justin appears to be a DIY blog. They're linking out to a Hispanic lifestyle piece that mentions them, and they're linking out to various YouTube videos which also mentions them. Close those ones down. UltimateHandyman.co.uk, kind of an old school blog, but again, okay, so this is actually, okay, they're linking out to some of them if they have article online, obviously, because these are paper, magazine articles that they're not necessarily doing, although they are linking out to Wix here. So yeah, you just need to go through, probably you can search for hundreds of pages. Here's keepinsure.co.uk in the media page. There's the Travis Perkins page we saw there. These guys are linking to, they're linking out to tons of blogs. So this is what we're looking for, and we want to build out a prospect list for as many of these blog types as we can. And then what we need to do is, figure out a way to actually mention these guys relevant in our blog. So probably there's a few ways you can do it. Number one is mention. So this is just where you mention one of these companies in a existing blog piece. So the way you would do that is you would integrate this as part of your content strategy. So you would say to your writer, listen, we have all these organization names. Can we find a way to link to them somehow in our upcoming content? So that's something you need to figure out internally. It has to be a reasonably good link. You have to talk about the person's brand. You have to make it, attractive enough so that they're going to be willing to link back to you. So that's one way of doing it. Mention each of these brands once you build the list in either existing content or upcoming content. The newer the content, the better it is, the more attractive and relevant and up to date it's going to be for them. The second method is the interview method. So this is probably better for, high authority, big websites. So the way I would do this is I would actually create a separate prospect list, and I would list all of the websites that we want to interview on that list. I'd make sure they're big authority websites, and I'd also make sure that they have a press page. So once you've built this list, you probably say, okay, well, here's a huge website, here's a huge website, here's another huge website. Let's earmark those 3 big websites for interviews, because if we can get an interview link from those guys, it's going to be really good. So that's the interview method. Obviously much more time consuming, but definitely worth it if you can get a big website to link back to you. The third method is the roundup method. So people already do a lot of these kind of roundup websites. 24 dog shelters doing amazing work for dogs. I don't know, 50 best software as a service products or companies. Those are the kind of roundup posts that you can use. Another example might be, the 50 best financial trading platforms. If you were a financial trading website, that would be a roundup method. This one's obviously extremely efficient. You can literally set up a blog post, take all of your organization's names and plug them into a relevant blog post to fit whatever the niche or type is. So, in this case, 50 best DIY blogs on the internet. We would go back to, we would reach out to all 50 of the sites, show them the page. Obviously, the issue with that is it's a little bit more obvious what you're trying to do. Some people will see through that, especially if you're not a very well-known or branded website. Let's say your website is bestbikes.com and it's clearly all affiliate content. Well, there's probably not a great chance that you're going to get too many links by going down the roundup method. But I'm sure you'll still get a few links in there. Any dangers with this type of method? You don't want to overburn it too much, but it is, they're definitely real links. I don't think you can ever be penalized for this type of link because it's a genuine, they're linking out to you. They're mentioning you on their press page. So there's nothing kind of unnatural about that. It's a natural link. People like to shout about media exposure. So I don't think anyone could accuse people of this being any kind of unnatural link type. There's the argument that if you did it excessively, very excessively, then you're doing it only to boost rankings. But I think for the most part, it's a very safe, very natural, and very effective way of link building. And as some of these great websites have highlighted, I believe it was the Gaps.com website. Even there was an example where IBM even had a press page. Or maybe that's just an example. Well, he says that IBM are the kind of huge company that are falling for this tactic right now. So, there are huge companies out there that do have these kind of up-to-date press pages, and they keep them super, super updated. And outreach people and link builders should take advantage of that. Why not? You're giving them value by mentioning their brand, and if they're happy to shout about that fact, then why not? But anyway, that's me done with the overview. Here's just a quick email template taken from authorityhacker.com, which might be useful for the mention method. You don't have to do any kind of really super clever outreach attempts. You just let people know that they're mentioned. This would be similar for the resource roundup outreach too. Anyway, hope that was interesting and useful. Any questions, just let me know, and I'll drop links to articles in the description.